Michigan State Police and SWAT teams are now responding to a school shooting at an elementary school in Newtown.
I'll shoot you, or I'm going to shoot, and in the same moment, the first shot went off.
3,550 shootings, 762 murders. It's an average of more than 2 killings every single day, and it's getting worse. This year's death toll marked a 57% increase over the year before. So what is going on in Chicago?
There was a point when I felt that I was going to die.
My parents just always say a bullet doesn't have a name on it.
Someone put a bullet in the back of my 14-year-old son's head.
The gun should never be an option. We're Americans. We don't have to live like this.
So I have been an ER doctor for 10 years. I finished residency in 2006 and then moved up here. And I did all my training at Denver Health, they called it the Knife and Gun Club for years because Denver had awful gun violence. It had, just in the downtown metro area, there was a ton of gang activity and it was just known for that. So we saw a ton of shootings. And this is a small, relatively small rural setting, and we just don't get the gunshots that we've had them, there's no question, but not at the same rate as a big urban center. That's a high-risk area, for sure. The background checks need to be expanded, for sure. And I'm a gun owner, you know, I'm not a card-carrying NRA member, but I certainly understand the right to bear arms. But it is absolutely obvious that not everyone has the right to own a weapon in this country, period.
I think they have a criminal mind, or they are narcissistic, have a narcissistic criminal mind. Unfortunately, there's bad people in this world. The way I look at it, if you're willing to commit a violent act with a gun, you're probably a bad person, and those people you need to take out of society.
You should not be able to go and pick up a firearm at Walmart with a high-capacity magazine and you have recently been hospitalized for a stated intent to kill yourself or somebody else.
But the problem is when you have people with a criminal mind that want to get a weapon, whether it be a gun or something else to harm someone, they're going to do whatever they can to do that. So
problem of the firearms that are currently within the country being gained illegally. Personally, I don't think it could be completely stopped from happening. There's always a criminal element out there that will work to find a way around the law.
Personally, I think everybody should be able to carry a concealed weapon. It's a constitutional right unless you've committed a crime, and that's when you shouldn't be allowed to.
But it's a very limited background check, and I think the mental health part needs to be filled in, for sure.
Or not. Yes, if you increase the severity of punishment, it will definitely be a deterrent.
I believe in tougher sentencing, especially if you're willing to use a gun or a knife or anything in a criminal violent act towards someone. I'm not sure that you should be out in public making our public less safe. It might affect it because if those people are put away and they can't get out and harm someone else, that's where tougher sentencing and that type of thing I think would benefit.
There is very limited data that increasing the sentencing severity diminishes the incidence of criminal acts. Putting people in prison for longer sentences is not a deterrent, unless it's for a truly heinous crime like murder. But you're going to go to prison for life if you commit a murder. How often does that? I don't know if that's really been shown to decrease the incidence of murder. Look at Chicago. Look at some of these urban cities. There's a lot of untreated mental health out there. we probably need to have more controls up front, more screening, more, like you mentioned, mental health. The vast majority of what your mother and I see here in the emergency department is truly linked with depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and those things aren't getting treated